Well, folks, we have our next piece, number 23 of the DeAgostini GT40, of course, and the associated parts here. And if we jump to the back to take a look at what we've got, there's a couple of other pieces which I've got over here set aside as well. So if we empty those out. So then, we have step number 1, insert the tube number 1, 23C, which is this smaller one here, into the indicated hole in the fuel pump shutoff 23B, which is here. Insert it into the lower hole on the left side of the switch as shown in the picture. So if we have that, that looks to be that way to me, and then if we grab this, that looks to me to be going in there like so. That looks to me to match the picture anyway. Step number 2, insert the end of the tube 23D, which is this one, into the shutoff 23B as shown. So the opposite side, and it doesn't appear that there's an up and down on that one. Insert it as far as it will go, plunging the head into the body of the switch. So push that one in as far as it goes. There you go. I would say that's probably deep enough. That looks correct to me. Step number 4, take the end of the left tube and insert it into the other central hole. On the left. Step 5, insert it into the indicated hole in the interior partition. So bring over our largest section here. Put that one down. So whereabouts is this going to be going here? That looks to be that way, which should indicate that that is going to be here, by the looks of things. And I'm guessing we have a screw. Certainly looks that way. So that looks like it should go there to me. That seems good enough to me. That one's in there. So now flip over, recover the rear interior partition, which is this section here from last time. Combine it with a partition supplied with this stage. Align the 5 corresponding locations and secure with 502 screws. And with those tightened up, that is that. You can see the 5 connecting points there. And that one is together. Okie dokie. So set that one aside. Then we have the floor section, which we'll bring in from here, from before as well, this larger piece. Recover the interior floor, position the assembled partition on the floor, just behind the fuel lines. So if we place that one that way, that corresponds there. So place this one, that orientation, and I would say that looks correct right about there. And with that last one tightened up, that is that. And there that one is attached with our 4 screws underneath, nicely in place and nicely secured. And I believe that's finished, and yeah, stage complete. So that is step 23 complete. Quite a substantial step this time, combining a couple of different pieces from previous ones together. So that's that, and now let's move on to number 24. Now, number 24 is actually quite a simple one, because as we can see from the part here, if we flip to the back, it is the instrument panel, and step 1 is keep it until the next stage. So that's that, and we can see obviously that'll be the next part. So if we get that one out, that's our instrument panel, and yeah, that's it. So another quite simple one. Now on to 25. So then, next up for 25, we bring back our instrument panel from 24, and the new parts here from the panel as well. And if we turn to the back, we can of course see that if we empty those out. So we have our screws as usual, only a couple of screws by the looks of things. Have our pieces, various switches, So, with all of our parts laid out, step 1, separate sticker A1. So doubtless a fiddly bit. A1 looks to me to match up there, so it's the slightly more faded side one. So remove that one and place it on its location on the left side of the instrument base. So if we grab the base, there is of course our base, and it's going to be stuck here. And there we go with that one. That one is placed on there. Then we have step 2, sticker A2, so the next larger one here, onto the centerpiece. So there's that one placed. Usually stickers would be quite a fiddly section, but I don't mind it. I've been doing a lot of sticker work on the car recently, so I'm used to doing this. And now we have our 4 smaller ones, or the 5 smaller ones I should say. And there we are for our sticker placement. I'm pretty happy with all of those. So now if we set that to one side. Number 3, recover the instrument panel from the previous installment. So that one. And turn it over. Okay. Looks like they've got it. Whoops. They've got it upside down that way. Insert the left switch block, 25C, which is this larger switch block here, into the corresponding holes. So that would be these by the look of things. Just about there. Yeah, they definitely don't want to stay in on their own, that's for sure. But we'll leave that upside down for now. Set that to one side. Step 5, position the instrument glass on the reverse side of the panel, which would be like so. There we go. Step 7, secure the assembly formed of the instrument panel and base to the panel with 2 screws in the outer posts, leaving the central one free. And there we go. And if we flip that over, that would appear to be stage complete. So there we go, with the instrument panel secured with the center one left as they outlined. And there is later on. So that is it for, set that one aside, that is it for step 25. Now on to 26. Now then, for step 26, we have another piece here. And then if we, of course, jump to the back, we have retrieve the instrument panel. We still have that one here. We empty this one out as well. A few little screws as usual. So retrieve the instrument panel. We've done that. Place the instrument panel over the rear instrument panel, or the rear of the instrument panel, so the holes with the top align with the posts on the inside of the panel assembly. So technically I've doubtless jumped a couple of steps ahead by actually screwing it in, because there's no screws here yet, but we all know where it's going anyway, so flip the page over. Yeah, secure the 2 parts with the screws, and stage complete. So that one is there. The dashboard is taking form quite nicely. And with that, another short stage, stage 26, complete. So now on to 27. So on then to 27, we have more parts here. We still have our dash, which is coming into play again in this installment. So if we jump to the back as usual, we have our pieces. All laid out here. For step 1, retrieve the instrument panel. Yep, we have that one here, assembled. Step 2, turn the panel over and install the right air vent, which is 27B, which looks to be this one here. Whoops. Install that one in its housing, with the housing being, by the look of things, right about there. Yep, fits nicely. Secure to the panel with a screw, just there. Then step 3, fix the air vent to the other side of the instrument panel, which is 27A. So that should go, oops, that should go just about there. It does indeed. And with that one screwed in, that is that. So put that one to one side for a second. Then step 3, fix the air vent. Yep, we've done that. Step 4, retrieve the central floor assembly. We have that over there, so if we turn over first. So if we bring the floor assembly over, insert the end of the gear shift, so this one here, insert the end of the gear shift into the hole on the floor marked with a circle. 3 pins. The pins will take an anchor screw, so does that mean we're installing a screw at the moment or not? It looks to me like we are. And with those screws in, here and here, that looks to be in place there. So if we set that to one side again. That one's in. Position the gear shift plate, which is here, over the gear shift so it protrudes through. So pop that one over there, and that should slot into place, as it does indeed. Is there a screw hole? Yes, there is, so doubtless there'll be a screw for that one. Turn the, yep, speak of the devil, turn it over, FP01. And just like that, that one is secure, with that screw underneath, of course. And it looks as if I skipped ahead a little bit again. Fix the gear shift to the floor with the 2 screws, so yeah, we already did that. Step 8, retrieve the seats. Okie dokie. So we have our seats here. Fit the seats into the centre of the floor as shown. Ensure that the 4 posts are properly inserted into the corresponding holes. And with that extremely fiddly portion done, the seats are finally attached. 2 recommendations I would make. 1, you definitely want to take the seatbelts over the back before you put them in, otherwise you will have to take the whole thing back off again. It's kind of strange to me that they don't recommend doing that already, or at least not that I could see. And then as far as getting them secured, I had a bit of an issue where these just kept spinning, so you really have to make sure that the seats are properly, fully clicked into place so that they're sitting flush at the bottom. I would recommend starting with the fronts and then kind of shimmy around the backs a little bit until they really do clunk into place. But once they are in, you'll be able to get it in. And there, the cockpit really is taking form now. So yeah, it's looking good. And then we have stage complete. This is how the floor assembly should look. It does, and this is how the dashboard should look. So yeah, that one is looking good, and that is stage 27. Complete. So with the majority of the center console and the seat arrangement done, the dashboard done, part 27 done, that is it for this part and for this episode as well. So of course, stick around next time for the next bits.